Good morning. Again. It's about 6 a.m. here. I know, right? It just continues to show you the level of idiocracy and what we've been dealing with. We have people in our state departments, all throughout our systems, acting like children, basing their information on third party, immature beliefs, really ridiculous things. This has gone on for decades. It's getting so old. Where it's gotten in society and publicly, they're just making idiots out of everybody. Idiocracy, and a lot of business people are making a lot of money off this stupidity. Because we've got the biggest balls of them all. Yeah, so we have children here. Once again, my name is Mary Beth. I have 4 children here. 3 are severely vaccine injured. The first one was vaccine injured in 2006. Some Indians on a reservation in Arizona suggested to my mother that she bring me to an infectious disease specialist in Connecticut. His name is Dr. Bernard Raxlin. He said there were only 2 labs in the whole United States that could test for Lyme disease, which is what they believed I had. Yeah, it was a lot of money. Insurances wouldn't cover it, I guess. Mom said it was expensive. Yeah, I had to pay out of pocket. They were driving me around, I was just kind of going with the flow. They saved my life, though. Really safe treatment. Simple diet changes, less gluten, wheat, dairy, meat. Cut back on the bacterial stuff, inflammatory agents. Really simple things, nothing too major, and people freak out about it. Especially the hot dog people were freaking out, and it's like, dude, at least give them the hot dogs with less nitrates or no nitrates then. No, we're fucking freaks for that too. Excuse me, talking to terrorists, okay. People that are protecting your drugs and bullshit, oh, okay. This has gotten way out of hand to the point where people are bamboozled into thinking some of the sickos are helping them combat that bullshit. And we're like, yeah, no, you're all getting fucking fooled. You want to knock it off? Yeah, and then the Maine Parent Federation bullshit in 2008. Fred Wheeler, the landlord, we stayed in 2 of his apartments up in Waterville. Yeah, we left the mansion and frequented a couple of his apartments in Waterville. Yeah, Silver and Gold Street. So when you see the case he has with the DOJ and the concerns there and what's going on here, we really hope people are going to wake up and address the facts and concerns we have here with our children and do the best they can to get our children out of the hands of those sick fucks. We're right here. You children really need to grow the fuck up. Anyways, we are reading from Early Days in America. These dumb cunts are protecting some really sick fucking punks because they think they're teaching bullies a lesson. The ones who fear Trump so much, that's what we're dealing with. Those are the freaks protecting these punks fucking our children. And it is a local national security threat. Yeah, I do believe so. Public. Yeah. Totally inhumane what's happening. Well, that's okay, I guess, to their standards, depending. Absolutely fucking disgusting. And when you have these people in Hollywood, the humanitarians and good people, rubbing elbows and clinking and not wanting to get kicked out of their popular clubs. How disgusting. Calling friggin' Elon and Trump bullies and thugs. And I think they're just trying to prove a point and show people how ridiculous and stupid it is. I agree. Page 386. I know, can you imagine if we didn't have to do this every day? How many years have we been saying the same concerns about our children, trying to get people to acknowledge it while they're running around playing Ghost, Alien, Limelight, fucking popularity contests? Bettering themselves, going to rehab. 'Cause I'm every woman, it's in me. 'Cause anything, I do it naturally. Oh, but I might need some more light. But But oh, the remorseless tracks of verbiage in these books. Verberage in these books. The long toiling through endless preliminaries has of a too unwidely army marching and marshalling for battle. It is Cooper's way. He must warm to his work gradually, or his strength cannot declare itself. His beginnings abound it seemingly profitless. His beginnings abound in seemingly profitless detail, as if he must needs plot his every footstep on the map ere trusting himself to take the next. Balzac's method is similar. He possesses a spiritual charm lacking in the Americans. That spiritual charm that lacks in the Americans. The modern, don't take it personally just because you're an American. It's just generalization. Not all Americans. Just like not all Americans are sick fuck punks fucking our children, or terrorists, or murderers, or rapists, or drug addicts, or talking to terrorists, or eating worms, or gonna make you eat worms. Can anyone make you eat worms and maggots? Can they make you? Oh my God, they're building factories. They're really going to do it. You see, the issue is they're using taxpayer money funding that's supposed to go to the children and healthcare and help with prevention, healing, treatment options. Oh, we're not allowed to suggest those things? Oh, their only options are what? We can't talk about really simple, I know, and the fact that people around us are playing along with it because they get offended or insulted because of their own fucking bullshit diets and lifestyles, and it's like, well, I'm sorry. I used to eat a lot of sugar. I used to run around with fucking 3-foot pixie sticks and wax lips. What the fuck is your problem? Am I insulting myself as well then too? Who the fuck cares? Grow the fuck up and acknowledge the goddamn children and the fucking facts and concerns we're talking about. You see the fucking crazy look in my eyes? Oh, you like my earrings? They're nice, aren't they? Aren't they pretty? I think Mom got them on the Indian reservation, actually, out in Arizona. Yeah, probably handmade. One of the favorites in class. One of my favorites, too. I love the danglies. I'd like to see different colors, like maybe a solid color with danglies. Like gold, all gold, or silver with danglies. Black, ooh, black onyx. That would be cool. Yeah, see, we won't talk about that. We'll just read our book. See how we get angry? See, anger comes out when we talk about that. So do we need anger management, or do people need to address the facts and concerns? Okay, well, they got name tags, and I'm just a loser on disability, so. Sorry, kids. Ain't that America for you and me? Ain't that America? Someone. I don't want to read out of this book anymore. Let's do On Being Human. More human than the human. I love this book. This is one of my favorite books. I think we've read this part a few times. Hold on. How about page 77, 76, 77? We'll start on 77. It looks like someone highlighted this section years ago. See on the side there, looks like they drew a line down the page on the side there at the bottom. Looks like they wrote something too. I can't tell what that says. I can't tell what that says. There is finally a destructive element in human love which becomes evident where there is frustration of its desire. It will reduce all other interests to insignificance, not merely that what was before a fugitive fancy is now forgotten, but that the deepest loyalties and the most ardent ambitions are now not heeded, and as long as there is this torment of frustration, they are as straw. It is, of course, a phenomenon only of such crisis, for love is essentially creative and recreative, not destructive, and when peace has once triumphed in the heart, whether by the happiness of union or by the acceptance of loss, the jealousy and injustices give way to a new vision, which includes these things in a new and richer orientation. And are we to deny to the lovers of God what we cannot deny to human passion? Sanctity is love. How much more passionate even than human love can be only the saints who have known both can tell. But in both the same mystery of unquenchable desire for expression is present, and in the same way fulfilled, are not the lives of the saint an expression of that same search for the love symbol, for sacrifice? Or the sharing of sufferings that are past, for that self-immolation which in them, far more than in us, must come of their being overshadowed with the wings of awe, for the final proving of the power of their passion in the ultimate and complete surrender of everything, and at times perhaps chiefly in the youth of their love, that destructive jealousy which locks up their hearts to every other appeal until the gifts of the Holy Ghost have shown them to look out unafraid at the recreative universe. All this has been magnificently stated in Ida Cudenhou's Nature of Sanctity. The point to be emphasized here is that the attitude of mind towards creative things, the love of created beauty and worth, is not lessened by renunciation. A mother does not love her children less, but more, when she submits to separation for the sake of their happiness. And the same is always true, whether it is a question of that asceticism which denies itself the enjoyment of a created good has the negative part of a process of completion, or of that sympathy in the strict etymological sense, which makes love yearn to share in the suffering of the beloved, or again of that higher and more passionate renunciation, which is not a process at all but a final absolute gesture of love. Humanism remains in either case unassailed, is indeed more and more emphatically vindicated, has elevation, has evolution, evaluation, has evolution, becomes more and more intense and fine. The saints who gave up human joys proved the value they set on them by the suffering their giving involved. Let it not be in vain. Are they going to acknowledge it? I know, we keep telling them, you're all justified. You have every right to keep an eye on us. We're non-vaxxers, we're crazy. Everything's justified. You're all right. Well, that's true too. You need to acknowledge that and not just say, well, we're not going to look at that because you can't do anything.